fellow followers. I love y'all all. I hope everybody's doing good. We appreciate y'all, and we doing good over here, man. I know I've been gone for a few days. Listen, not only has work been crazy, I've been hit with 3 different blizzards. I was in North Dakota all last week. I wasn't even home till today, and it's just crazy out here, man. But yeah, man, I was just a little down, just a little life update on me, man. My boy Johnson Chambliss, man, he's my boy. He actually just got hit by an attack helicopter and lost his hand. So if anybody would like to donate, I would appreciate that. And we're gonna get this started. So I wanted to start this video with a concept that I've always thought about. Somebody probably always thought something about this. It's probably a more scientific name to it. But what I call this is the duality of thought, right? So my concept of duality of thought is to understand that everything means everything, but nothing means nothing at all. So a big reason I say all of that is because there's always a good and a bad, and they cancel each other out, but we need them. We might not like it, but we need it. Something that put it very much in better perspective for me was the fact that when my transmission blew out, I was really upset, you know. I was upset, but for like a few days. And I'm like, damn, this really kind of sucks. But then now in retrospect, right, like a bad thing turned into something that I'm looking at. And I'm like, wait, now I can use this truck for much longer. I was thinking of just buying something newer and different. But now economically, it just makes sense for me to keep that. You know what I mean? It's also the fact that even though today I spent even more money on it, like I had to get a heater core, hose installed, I had to get coil pads, and I had to get a flush. They called me, it was a radiator crack too. But you know, even though it came up to $1,700, like it's pretty good because now it's like I can have that confidence in mind, and I know this truck is gonna last me a longer time. So it's at the end of the day, works better for my goals to save the money instead of getting a new vehicle, to keep actually going into this vehicle. Which begs me the question, why do we like good things, right? Do we like them because they're easy, or do we like good things because, you know, it makes us feel good, right? Because when something's really good, we don't grow, right? Like, for example, best thing that I have to give is when we don't have any threats, right? Like animals, for example, when they don't have any threats, they have no defense mechanism. So when a threat comes, you're done. I mean, the biggest growths I've gotten and the biggest personality traits and the biggest ways I've been a better human and become better is by bad events. So why do we like good things, right? If good things doesn't better us, they keep us stable. My answer to that, I guess, would be that as our brains are wired, we like things the easy way. We all do. We all don't like to take the hard roads. If we did, we'd do things a lot differently, you know? But isn't that quite interesting how good doesn't make us grow, but bad does? We hate evil. Like, we hate anything that's like bad, and like whatever we perceive as bad, right? Because sometimes things aren't even that bad, right? Like, for example, when you get shot as a little child, right? You perceive it as horrible. Why do you perceive that as horrible? Because it hurts. But at the end of the day, it makes you better and it protects you from diseases. That analogy can go into everything in life, right? When you fail a test, failure is a bigger motivator and teacher than success, right? For some, other people are different. There's always a 9 out of 10 rule, don't get me wrong. But for music, for example, failure has put the fire under me to keep pushing forward and being a bigger and better version of myself. See, if it wasn't for failure, and I failed a lot, trust me guys, I failed so many damn times. Like, I can run off list, and if you guys know anybody that knows me, I've failed a lot, but it's the biggest teacher for you. And like, with failure and bad things happening to you, it turns out to be a good thing if you let it be a good thing. See, a lot of people, what they do sometimes, which takes away the blessing of something bad, is that you change the perspective and you stay pessimist. See, you want to be an optimist when things are going shitty. It's okay to be mad, it's okay to be pissed off, but you want to be an optimist. Like, you want to be optimistic, right? And when you're being optimistic and you look at something and it's like, okay, yeah, my tire blew out, whatever. But now you get a new tire. It sucks, but now you have something better than you did before. So this won't happen to you again. And if it does, you also learn new things, right? See, if my transmission would have never give out, I would have never learned all these things, right? I would have never learned about how transmissions work and that it has reverse bands and everything. And I also wouldn't have learned that the cold pads are messed up, or that a spark plug is messed up, or that this is messed up. See, you, by failing, learn so much more than just succeeding. Because if my truck would have been just fine, I would have never learned any of those things. But now for the future, I understand and I know what to do, right? See, I'm not saying to be as optimistic as I am. I get it. Not everybody can. But you can try. You know, you can try to be optimistic in your own way. You know, not everybody's just going to be super optimistic like me. I am optimistic personally because my whole life I'm surrounded by people that just are tired of everything and just sick of everything. I never was around people that were really inspirational and happy. I was that guy, you know, like both my parents are, you know, they're not too optimistic about anything, you know. And it's okay. It's just like a mentality that we have as poor people, right? When you grow up poor, you don't really have optimism for anything because it's like your whole life has been shitty. And if your whole life has been shitty, that's all you really know, right? Like, you don't really know that things can be better and that going over there and taking those risks can be better. It's just all about just shooting your shot and just not defeating yourself mentally, man. When you defeat yourself mentally, you lose everything, right? Like, if you ever play games like war games or anything, or ever study war battles, as soon as you demoralize your enemy, they have lost. See, in this world, we are filled with people that just defeat themselves. It's why people don't achieve beyond over extraordinary things. It's why people stay mediocre. It's why people don't venture outside of what's known to them. It's why people stay in their hometowns. It's why people make the minimum wage job and stay there and complain the whole way. Because people aren't motivated to be better. People aren't motivated to be who they want to be inside because people are too scared. Because they defeat themselves and they let the world defeat them. See, when you let the world defeat you and you don't say, enough is enough, you'll never be better for yourself. And you'll just keep coming down. You'll keep coming down and you won't be successful. And as a young man, I believe I've gotten some sort of success, but I want more. And a lot of people become complacent. And a lot of people aren't optimistic and don't keep pushing. But when you don't keep pushing and you're not optimistic, your energy is relative. If your energy around you, if you're a follower, you must understand that you need to surround yourself around people that are either super motivated, or if you're not around them, you're going to be just like the other ones. See, a big thing that happens when you surround yourself around people that are negative, you start thinking negative too. I mean, I'm super positive. I'm super positive because I've trained myself to be. Not because I'm like this naturally. Naturally, we are all relative towards each other. See, I'm actively thinking of how can I make the situation better for myself and everyone else. I refuse to let my emotions be destroyed by somebody else. If I leave it on a leaving note, I want to say, refuse to allow other people's perspectives on you define you. You have your own vision and your own thought process, and you have your own way of believing and thinking of who you are. Understand that your perspective on life is different than others because you are meant for better and you are meant for something different. Maybe not better, but something different. Everyone has different betters, right? You might think a better for you is being a world-renowned artist, and the other person might think a better would be being an athlete. But at the end of the day, you all have your different paths. And be better for yourself, and don't let anybody put you in a box. I hope everybody's having a great day, and take care. Thank you for watching.